So today I'm having some fun on Arena with a sweet combo deck using an old ability but some new cards that just go perfect together. I've even got a second combo hidden in the deck too. Hey everyone, Hex here, and today I'm playing some standard, looking to find another way to combo off and cheat out some big hitters without paying full costs. But before we get going, I want to thank everyone for their support for this channel in 2022. I'm super excited about this channel for 2023, so be sure to hit that subscribe button below to not miss out, plus you'll be massively supporting the channel in the meantime too. But onto this deck, and today I'm going to be using Ninjutsu to get my big creatures into play, more specifically using Satoru Umezawa, a 3-drop 2/4 ninja, to give creatures in my hand Ninjutsu for just 4 mana, which is a lot cheaper than we would normally be paying for our monsters. So which creatures do we want to cheat out? Well, our good friend Phyrexian Fleshgorger. He'll enter the battlefield as a 7/5, more than likely hit the opponent this turn, and due to its war tax, it's extremely hard for the opponent to come back from this particular attack. The other creature I'm going to be using is Dusk Mangler. Hopefully you know this card, but essentially it's a 5/4 for 7 mana, and you have to either sack a creature, discard a card, or lose 4 life. Well, Ninjutsu circumvents this cost, and when this ETBs, our opponent has to sack a creature, discard a card, and lose 4 life. All in all, it will do 9 damage in just 1 swing. Other notable creatures we have are Kotose. When it ETBs, we can exile a target non-land card from opponent's graveyard, then search their hand, library, and graveyard for further copies, exile them, and then you get to play 1 copy as long as you control Kotose. We also have Ertai Resurrected to counter spells or destroy other creatures or planeswalkers. Now, I did mention a second combo. That's because we are running Planar Incision. This blinks a creature for 2 mana and it returns with a +1/+1 counter on it. So blink the small Fleshgorger to get a larger one untapped, ready for blocking, or blink your Mangler for more triggers. It's just so good in this deck. So to get unblockable creatures for Satoru, we have Kaito Shizuki, our planeswalker, which makes ninjas, and Surge Engine. You never need to pump any more mana than just the 1 blue into it to get it unblockable, and as it's so cheap, you can normally just recast it on the same turn. We have Thousand Face Shadow and Nashi Moonsage's Scion for straight up ninjutsu cards if Satoru isn't around, and Cut Down and Infernal Grasps for interaction. I'm running 25 lands, and that's the deck. So I had so much fun with this today. With the abundance of removal, it is hard to get Satoru to stick around, so it's definitely a fun combo deck, but maybe with a few tweaks it could work more competitively. Anyway, I'm all for combos and cheating out Fleshgorger, which is definitely my favourite card in the Brothers War. So have a watch and let me know what changes you might make going forward. Okay, on the play here. Hand is okay. We need some of our unblockable creatures, and we definitely need our Satoru, but they have a Pat Leader and we are running Cut Down, so we will destroy that. And yeah, just play a land and past our turn. Opponent on Gruul and a Runebound Wolf, a 2/2. Not a card you see every day, but not a card I'm going to worry about too much now. We're just going to continue to play our spells, and we will lead with Satoru. And it's a Paxson Pup, okay. So they don't have any good attacks here, I don't think. Unless they're holding a burn spell, but we wouldn't have blocked. And yeah, we don't have any good attacks ourselves. Let's see if the opponent wants to block. If they don't block, then we're going to bring out the Fleshgorger, okay. And they double block. Well, it's going to be a slight blowout here as we are going to kill one of their creatures. And I'm going to do that with Ertai, I think. We could always Infernal Grasp, but we may as well be most mana efficient here. We will destroy their Paxson Pup. And they gain 2 life. But most importantly, we clear the way for an attack next turn. So unless they put down 2 creatures, which doesn't look like it with the Hellpat Piper, so one of these creatures is going to get through. We will definitely attack here. Opponent takes it, and yeah, this is a Dusk Mangler turn, so we'll put the Ertai back into our hand. Ninjutsu out our 5/4, and they're going to need to sacrifice this Piper. They're going to take a whole bunch of damage as well, so 4 life they're going to lose from the card's triggered ability. They're going to have to discard a card. And then they're going to take 7 damage from our creatures on the board, so they go down to 11. This is such a good example of how this deck can work. And it's a Paxson Pup. And yeah, I'm just going to kill the pup here. And we should have lethal. I don't obviously know what they've got in their hand, but they go up to 12. But we get to attack our opponent with both our creatures here. And before damage, we will ninjutsu in our Fleshgorger. And this should be 12 damage exactly. Yes, it is. Okay, on the draw here, opponent says hello, but our hand is pretty nice, as we have our 1000 Face Shadow, which we will cast on turn 1 as it is a 1-drop, and I don't want to be wasting to turn 4 to ninjutsu this out. Opponent has a mountain though, so I'm expecting this to just be blown up, and it's a smoldering egg. Okay, so they're probably waiting to get that onto the battlefield before they cast their instance. But we'll hit our opponent for 1, and we will hold open our Infernal Grasp, as we did draw our Satoru there, which is pretty nice. So we're going to be able to hopefully combo off with our Fleshgorger over the next couple of turns. But we'll use this opportunity to kill this 0-4, and if opponent has spells they want to use, they can cast them now. And it's a slip out the back, okay. As we find a land, which is exactly what we want to see. But we'll hit our opponent before we cast our spell, just in case they have interaction that they want to use now. Because I really want this Satoru to hit the battlefield and stay there. And it does resolve. And yeah, it sticks around. I wonder if they've got maybe a lightning strike in their hand. Ill-tempered loner, okay. Well, that's not what I expected to see, but it's a pretty nice card for us because we do have a unblocked attack here with our 1-1. So we'll hit our opponent in the air, and yeah, we will ninjutsu out our Fleshgorger here. For the cost of 4 mana, we get a 7/5, which comes out, obviously attacking, but it's unblocked, so the opponent's going to take 7. They're going to go down to 11. And if they want to target this Fleshgorger, they're going to lose another 7 life. I guess we didn't cast the spell that turn, so it does become night, and their loner is now a Halpak Avenger. But we can take some damage. If they are a combo deck, pretty sure we're not going to die right now. I highly doubt they expected to see a Fleshgorger coming down there. But the Umezawa is a pretty nice card for cheating out cards. As we do have another Fleshgorger in our hand as well, so we'll attack, we'll see what the opponent wants to do. One of these cards is going to get through. Okay, opponent decides to pump their Halpak Avenger. I can see what they're trying to do. They're probably going to want to try and target the Umezawa, but we're going to... Okay, yeah, they block our Fleshgorger, and they're going to use the damage we're doing to their 6/4 to try and destroy our 2/4, but we're going to ninjutsu out our other Fleshgorger onto our Umezawa here, so it's not going to work out how they probably anticipated, but they can always target this one if they want to. They're just going to take a whole bunch of damage to do so, but we have so many options in our hand. Like, we have a counter spell. Kaito would have been great as an unblockable creature as well. But we want to see this combo working because that's what I like to do. Find random combos in Magic and see if we get them to work. Opponent with a slip out the back here. So they're going to save their Smoldering Egg, but they're going to go down to 4. We lose our creature, they lose theirs. I guess this is going to do 6 damage to something, but we're on 38 life. I mean, our life total is crazy. Yeah, we go down to 31. And we may as well cast our 1/1 here. Opponent good games us again. But they don't seem to be going anywhere. Unless it's us that need to worry and we're about to die. Okay, Lightning Strike. So maybe that's what they were holding in their hand and they haven't had a target yet. But yeah. Okay, they good game us again, and this time I'm just going to attack with our Menacing Creature. And yeah, hit the opponent down to -3. Okay, on the play here. Hand is pretty nice. We have our Planar Incision stroke Phyrexian Fleshgorger combo here, so might get a chance to see how that goes as opponent plays a plains, and yeah, we don't have a 2-drop, so we will just pass our turn. Vengeful Strangler, okay, 2/1 that can't block. When it dies, it attaches to a player. I think it's an aura or a curse. So we'll use this chance to play our Fleshgorger here, and fingers crossed that it survives. Opponent with a 3rd mana, so Liliana would be a problem here as that doesn't target our Fleshgorger. They attack us with their 2/1. Yeah, we will take this damage, I think. We're going to gain 3 life back anyway next turn when we attack. And it's a Sun Gold Sentinel, sure. And they just pass their turn, so the menace on our Fleshgorger is going to be pretty nice here. So we have many options here. We can even Ninjutsu in our Nashi or Thousand Face Shadow if we want to, but I think we'll just hold open our Planar Incision. So we get to cast our Thousand Face Shadow, I guess. So just cast it as a 1/1, and we can always... Our opponent has Nightclub. Okay, so that's going to give -1/-1 to our team. We could Incision our Fly here, but don't see the point. But here is a chance for us to see the 2nd combo in our deck in action. Opponent thinks they are having a free attack here, but oh no, we get to blink our Fleshgorger. It comes out untapped, now an 8/6. We get to block this Sentinel, and yeah, we gain 8 life there. Opponent's tapped out. Massive turn by us there as we find another Thousand Face Shadow. So I think we'll just attack our opponent here and try and get the victory over the next turn. But we will hold open our Ertai, counter whatever they do, and yeah, hopefully win from there. This Strangler cannot block, so they may as well attack, which they are. Yeah, we go down to 31. So I'm pretty much going to counter whatever they do. Okay, Cathar Commando. So I guess they could use it to try and kill our Fleshgorger. They would go down to 1. But good thing about Ertai is you can counter the activated ability, or the activated or triggered ability, and they did spend their life targeting our Fleshgorger here, so they also went down to 1 anyway. All right, on the play, pretty nice hand. We'll keep this one. So we get to drop our Shipwreck Marsh here on turn 1, and we find we find Satoru. So opponent with Bant, it looks like, Sparrow's Headquarters and a Courier's Briefcase. Not sure how this is going to go. And we find another land. Okay, well, we'll play Satoru here. See if we can have a unblocked attack next turn. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Dapper Shieldmake enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. When it's your turn, it gets +2/+0. Okay, well, it's just a 2/2, so might as well just attack here. Opponent blocks with their 1/1, fair enough. Don't really want to lose my creature on the board here, but we'll play out our Nashi instead as well, so that at least we have another body on the board, and then hopefully next turn we at least get 1 unblocked creature through. Opponent with that Broker's Hideout. So yeah, I found this deck, I was playing this deck on the ladder, and it was very difficult to get this Satoru to sort of stick around. So went into the casual queue and having a little bit more fun here. I think the deck might be kind of in between the two, but if you like combos like me, this is a good place to get them down. as we get to attack our opponent here, and before damage is dealt, we get to ninjutsu in our Dusk Mangler. Opponent's going to have to sacrifice a creature, discard a card, lose 4 life. Our Nashi survives. Yeah, the 5 damage from the Mangler goes through. Such a good card in these situations. And opponent sees the writing on the wall and scoops it up. Okay, on the play here. Pretty nice hand. We'll definitely keep this one. Land is a bit awkward though, but at least we have lands. Opponent with a forest and a Fang of Shigeki. That's fine by me. 1/1 Death Touch shouldn't be a problem for unblockable creatures. Opponent with a second forest. And Mask of the Jaycrafter, okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to play the Surge Engine here and spend our mana on opponent's turn, making it unblockable. We're slowly getting there. Alloy Animist, okay, that turns artifacts into 4/4s, but we're not going to block this. And yeah, we get to pay a blue mana to make our Surge Engine unblockable. Okay, there's Ertai Resurrected, but we don't find our 4th land. We'll play Kaito here, attack our opponent, and gonna draw, look for our land drop, which we don't find, but we do find Satoru, so that's gonna be a nice turn over the next 2 turns. We'd love to have found a land there. Another Fang, okay. Bunch of Death Touchers, but we can take these, only got 1 power. And there's an island, which is exactly what we want. So we'll play Satoru, we'll attack our opponent, and just going to draw and pass the turn. Opponent's going to more than likely attack down Kaito here. So we could have made a 1/1, but we're going to return the Surge Engine to our hand. And yeah, good thing about Planeswalkers is that they deflect damage away from us. But I think the opponent's pretty dead. They're going to not be able to deal with this Fleshgorger, so I'm pretty fine with this. Okay, they opt to leave one of their Fangs back, presumably to block our 2/4. But yeah, this is all fine by me. And Infernal Grasp, okay, well, we have our 4th land, so we'll just attack with our Surge Engine here, and this time we get a chance to bring out our Fleshgorger. Yeah, 7/5, and we get to look at the top of our deck, and we'll bring out an island, hit the opponent down to 7, we go back up to 23, and yeah, they cannot target the Fleshgorger now, otherwise they would die. They would need to find a way for us to sacrifice it. I guess they need to hold their Death Touchers back. But we have actually 2 Infernal Grasps in our hand, so shouldn't be a problem to clear the way here for a lethal attack. We'll see what they follow up with though. And it's a Blanchwood Armor, okay, so it's now a 5/5. Pretty nice card, but okay, we even find a cut down, so unfortunately for the opponent, we've got all the pieces in our hand just to straight up kill them with what we've got on the board. As we Infernal Grasp the Fang here and hit the opponent with our menacing Fleshgorger for another victory. Okay, on the play here. And yeah, a ton of 3-drops in our hand. Not going to complain too much, but it would be nice to find maybe a Surge Engine. Opponent with 8 planes and Kotose, so that's not a 2-drop, but opponent's not doing anything themselves except for an autonomous assembler. Okay, so it's a 2/2. So I did have more, or when I originally put this deck together, started off as an Esper deck. to get more prototype creatures in, but changed it to Mire and just went with the 4 Fleshgorgers and the 2 Dusk Manglers. I seem to feel that those were the best cards to sort of cheat out. But yeah, you can easily put in whatever cards you have lying around, especially as you don't necessarily have to pay their coloured mana to cast them. It should just be blue and black if you have Satoru on the battlefield. Opponent attacks us with a 2/2. Well, this is fine by me. We do gain a lot of life in this deck, so not too concerned about my own life total. But yeah, we will attack our opponent here. We could, I guess, ninjutsu out Nashi here, but I think we'll just draw a card with Kaito and play Satoru. Okay, and yeah, we'll see if the opponent can deal with what's on the board. If they want to go after Kaito, so be it. That's fine by me. But they really need to find a way to deal with our 1/1 here. Still Seraph, okay. Fair enough, they're going to be gaining some life, I'm guessing. Well, I guess they're going to give it, yeah, flying this turn to get over our creature. Kill our Kaito. But we still have our unblockable creature on the battlefield, so should be a pretty nice turn, this one. So we'll go to attacks. We'll hit them with our 1/1. And we will ninjutsu out our Fleshgorger. I highly doubt our opponent saw this one coming. But as an unblocked creature, it's pretty nice. And looking at the top 3 cards of our deck, we have a Dusk Mangler, a Fleshgorger, and a land. Well, kind of want them all. I think we'll go for the Dusk Mangler here. Try and do something a little bit different. But yeah, 7 damage to our opponent. We gain 7 life. Everyone seems to nice us when we do that. But we're going to need to find a way to deal with this Steel Seraph, because they're going to be gaining a load of life each turn here, especially as they get to put counters on their assembler as well. So this game is nowhere near done yet. Normally a Fleshgorger attack is pretty strong, but opponent is going to be gaining life with the Steel Seraph. So we're going to have to find a way to block the assembler. Oh, a clay champion, okay. Okay, so they're going to put a counter on their assembler. See what they want to do here. Okay, it is lifelink, so... Okay, opponent's going to go up to 17. We go down to 17. Yeah, and they're straight back into it as we find a Surge Engine. Well, we all drop our land here. So Otawara is nice in that we can bounce one of their artifacts. So we might be able to use that to our advantage to get a lethal attack in. So we will, well, another land next turn, and we even get to hardcast our Mangler. So I think we're just going to attack with this Fleshgorger. We have to do some kind of damage. Opponent just takes it. Guess we can bring out Dusk Mangler now if we wanted to. But I think the life gain is going to be better for us here. So we'll go up to 24. They go down to 10. We'll cast our Surge Engine and we will hold open Otawara and see whatever the opponent wants to target with their Steel Seraph. As they put a counter on their assembler. So hopefully they don't have another one of these angels, because they're sort of taking over a little bit here, as it's a Cradle Clear Cutter, okay. And a Siege Veteran, fair enough. But before attacks, we will put this Steel Seraph back into their hand, and then at least they're not gaining life anymore. And maybe this Surge Engine can win us the game here, if we can get them down to a low enough life total. Obviously, they're going to be casting that Steel Seraph again anytime soon. But the 7/7 has Vigilance, so they may as well attack with it, which they do. And we will not block this. Sorry if you can hear the rain in the background, it is absolutely lashing it down where I live today. There's a massive storm above us. So trying to get this recorded before the predicted lightning strikes here. And they were talking about power cuts, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But we'll smash our opponent here with our Fleshgorger and our Surge Engine. And our opponent double blocks the Fleshgorger, okay. Well, going to ninja in our Dusk Mangler here. There's a cut down and a Surge Engine. Well, cut down's going to be nice. So when we get an opportunity, we can cut down the Siege Veteran. Not that it's going to make too much difference, I guess. As, yeah, they're just both going to die anyway. Opponent sacrifices their Dusk Mangler. So they go down to 1, and we will, I guess, cut down this Cradle Clear Cutter. But we do have to obviously be aware that the card that they're going to play next turn is going to give their Assembler lifelink. So I don't think we missed a lethal attack there. But they do gain a bunch more life. No blocks here. So we go back down to 17. They go back up to 8. Pretty epic game here against a pretty nice deck. Kind of deck that I like to play. But we can attack here with our Surge Engine. And yeah, we will bring out a Nashi here. There's a Planar Incision. Okay, well, this is going to hit the opponent. They go down to 5. And it's a Battery Bearer that we can cast here for 4 life. So we will do that. And we can Planar Incision our Dusk Mangler here. And the opponent here is going to need to sacrifice one of their creatures. So a pretty nice little card there. Pretty nice little interaction we have. And they get rid of their 7/7. I guess their Steel Seraph is still going to gain them life. But surely we have enough damage on board that we can win next turn. This little Steel Seraph has really kept them in the game here. See what opponent has in their hand. Well, they just go to attacks. And they do gain lifelink. And they good game us. And that was a good game. So the life gain for us really helped us. The life gain for the opponent kept them in it. And yeah, they just had a land there and they scoop it up. So thanks for watching. I was really impressed with this deck. I found it hard to win on the ladder, but much easier in the casual queue, and combos are generally easier to pull off there. But if you're like me and do love a good combo deck, this is definitely one for you. Dusk Mangler continues to impress me as a reanimation target, but Fleshgorger has got to be one of my favourite cards for a long time in Magic. Anyway, as always, feel free to subscribe for future content, and I will speak to you again very soon.